So what I've done just now is I launched a poll on Zoom. It's basically two questions. The first one is an app that lets you take notes with your voice. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? And the second one is a community-powered app that shows water fountains near you. Is that a good app idea or a bad app idea?
We have 6 ideas that we are going to pitch to you, quote unquote. But in reality, there are only some that are good as a side project. But the idea for the first one was I'm on the go a lot. And oftentimes when I'm on the go, I get a thought in my mind. I'm like, oh, like, I don't know, epiphany, or like I see something, I'm like, oh, I want to, do something with that thing or look something up about that thing when I get back home. So I want to be able to take notes on the go. And I want to be able to take notes quickly because I'm on the go. And voice is much faster than typing. And I also hate typing on mobile devices because the screen is so small, it hurts my fingers. So I want to make an app where if I'm on the go and I have a thought and I want to take down a note, I can just open up the app, hit a button, I just talk to it, and then it creates a note, like a text note, transcribing my voice into that text. That's the first idea. The second idea is, again, I'm on the go, oftentimes in a place that is unfamiliar to me. Maybe I'm on vacation. And like sometimes, I need water, I'm thirsty. So I want an app where I can just open it and then see like a map view and then see all the water fountains near me. And in terms of how I'm going to get that data, I'm going to make it crowdsourced, which means that we're all going to work together as a community to upload water fountain locations into my neat little app. So when folks are wandering the world and they see water fountains near them, they can like hit a button and then they'll like get their coordinates and then they'll put a pin on the map, be like, hey, this community member sees a water fountain here, and the database now there's a water fountain at latitude, longitude, XYZ. So these are the first 2 app ideas.
Yes, we agree with you. I think this first app idea to take notes with your voice is a really good app idea.
This is a local utility app. At no point did I mention like some social aspect where you can share notes with each other or like create an account or have a backend. It's just, you have this utility on your phone, which essentially just takes your voice, converts it into text, and then just has a list of strings. So incredibly simple app, but it's solving, a micro problem. With an existing app on the go, I could type in with my fingers, like when I get this thought, and it'll take me like 30 seconds to type in like my thought. But then this app reduces it from like 30 seconds to 5 or 10 seconds, right? This is kind of going back to the previous idea of like think small. So this is, I think, a great side project idea.
The next one is the one that Alex pitched was a community powered app that shows water fountains near you. And it looks like 59% of you said that this is a good idea. But actually, Alex and I think this is actually a really bad side project idea. And the reason is because this is kind of navigating toward that third category of apps that Alex described, where it's almost like a marketplace. Like Alex mentioned how the way this would work is you would probably crowdsource the data and somehow drop a pin on Google Maps. And that's really hard to do. So not only is there like the technical complexity of figuring out how to embed Google Maps, which I'm sure all of you could figure out, but you have the non-technical challenge of convincing people to actually input this information and have enough coverage that the app actually has utility for many different cities that you go to. And I think the issue here is that the success of this app doesn't actually depend on you. It's not a technical challenge that you're trying to solve. You're trying to solve this marketplace dynamic, essentially, of you need to get enough people, a critical mass of people, to input data into the app, and only then will it have value. And so it's kind of a cold start problem. No one's going to use the app if it doesn't have data, but the only way to get people to use the app is you need data, right? And so that's why I think this is not a really good idea unless you have some kind of secret sauce of how you can source the data for water fountains around you.